Yeah. So yesterday we were discussing about arrays, and we will continue the same discussion today also as well. Okay. So this is a small program that I'm trying to write over here, and while writing it, I'll explain what I intend to do. So yesterday we said that array can be initialized using the method that I've done over here, which is I can declare the array, and similarly I can initialize the values using curly brace and the values specified like this. Okay, or I can just declare the array like this, or I can also do a thing like this, which is c equals c is an array without specifying the number of elements in the array. I just am uh, putting in the some values over there. So those are some values. So these are the three ways in which I generally use the arrays. Okay, I need to superimpose everything again. Okay, fine. So these are the three. People should come in time, I guess. Allowing them inside disturbs me. Okay, let me check who is there. Okay, next time try to be within first 2-3 minutes so that the flow doesn't get broken and things are swiftly conducted. Fine, no issues as such. So I will check present working directory. So I am inside the directory where I was. I haven't saved this file. So what I'm trying to do over here is yesterday we saw that whenever I declare an array, the array is having the size number of elements that I specify over here in this square bracket, and that gets stored in memory in consecutive location. Now we will write a small program in order to verify the fact. So we have learned this fact yesterday. Today I am going to write a small program so that this fact can be verified ourselves. Okay, so just writing the program. Meanwhile, I'll be asking you some guidance for writing the program. So what I want is, I want actually this array is already having elements, but this particular array is not having elements, right? Array B. So I want you to guide me by typing in the chat box what should I do so that I can take the input. So I've written a printf statement. I am taking input for array element, not A, sorry, for B. Fine. So what should be the next thing I should do? Please type in your answers in the chat box. We will be completing this program very quickly. So I need some answer, or you may just unmute yourself and say your answer. That is also okay. But take turns. Don't unmute everybody at once. Okay. I'm waiting for some answer. Loop and scanf inside it. Okay, so how much duration the loop should run? Should the loop start from I equals to 0? I have a looping variable already there, so my loop should start from 0 or 1, maybe 0, I less than the size of the array. So I won't have a variable to store the size of the array, so maybe I call that variable as n, and it's already value 5. So I'll say I is less than 5, I plus plus, and what should I have inside? As you rightly said, I should have a scanf, and that scanf should scan what? An integer, obviously, because it's an integral value, and it should be b of I. So we are all acquainted with this syntax, b of I, and this is how it is scanning. Now if I want to know the address of this particular variable that I am taking input, then I can actually know the address of this variable, array variable, and I am going to store that address, print that address to the user so that user knows what is the address of the element that I have taken input. So printf. Okay, now I need your help again. I am going to write here element number %d of b. Sorry, please don't mind my typing because my laptop has some issues with the keyboard. So element number %d of b is stored at, sorry, so on the next upper line itself is stored at %. So I want to actually display the address of a particular element in array. The element number is I because ith element I am taking input, and I want to print that element's address. What should I write? If I write b of I, that will indicate value of the element. So how do I get address of b of I? Okay, so that's the question. How do I get address of this element which I have highlighted, b of I? Ampersand b of I. Is that question or answer? Others, please contribute. Unsure, sir. It's okay. Others, do you agree with Atharva at least? I plus 1. So if I write I plus 1, it will be just value. So you mean to say I plus 1? Where? Here I plus 1? Shreyas? You want me to put I plus 1 here? So maybe you are right in the sense that we refer to first element as 1. So since I is the index, I should write I plus 1. That is okay. Then this will also be I plus 1. Should it be? No, it should be p of I. So the first element, so 0 अगर I है तो मैं first element को refer करूँगा. So as Shreyas rightly said, I should use I plus 1 because from user's perspective it will be the first element. So right, Shreyas, about that. But my question now is about this part. So if I want an address to be shown to the user, Atharva feels we should write ampersand b square bracket I. Okay. Others also please try and contribute. I have a variable. I want to get the address of that variable. How do I get it? Okay, that is the whole idea of doing this exercise. You can do Google because you are using mobile phones. You have access of internet. So do anything and just give me an answer. See, this is a revision class. So if you do not apply your self and you just listen to me, there is no use of the class. The use of the class only will be effective if you try to yourself figure out few things. Okay, I can speak for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, that's not a problem. Okay, fine. I'm not getting answer. That means you are not interested in learning, is it so? Or you are searching? So please respond so that I know that you are with me and you are actually trying to search this particular thing out. So Atharva actually said rightly, or I guess we will actually try whatever Atharva said. I'll put ampersand b of I and check whether I get to see the address of that particular variable. But now the second question is, for printing an integral value, we are using %d here. What should I use as a format specifier if I want to print an address? Because you know that memory addresses are generally referred to as hexadecimal, and if I want to print an hexadecimal value, I should use %x. Okay. If I want to use so should I use %x? That's the actual question. So ठीक है, मैं इतना करता हूँ and then I'll write return 0 because till now I have to do only this thing. I need to take input and I need to figure out the addresses or the memory addresses of that particular variable. Okay, so this is the line that I have written. Yet I have not saved my program. So I'll save the program. I'll go to the same folder so that it is easier for me to access later. So here are example1.c. okay, so I've saved it. Hopefully I have typed it correctly. You remember the previously taught command gcc, name of the program, that is example. Okay, so I don't have that with me. I saved the program as, saved it somewhere else, sorry, I need to resave it. So I'll go and I'll do save as array example. So I give it name different, array example. gcc array example 1.c, my output is say array example 1. Okay, I hit enter. It is giving me some error. What it says, it is giving me error on line number 11. What it said, scanf. Okay, so the thing that I was missing was ampersand here, sorry, ampersand here. Save it, I'll go back, clear the screen, execute it again, and still there is some problem. It says that, okay, what it says, argument type 3 has type int star. Okay, format percentage x expects argument type of unsigned int. Okay, and it has given me hint that I should use %ls, something like that. Okay, so %x did not work. Okay, so what should work? So it has given me hint you should use ls. So I'll try what does it give. So I've stored it, I've come back to this thing, I'm relying on my error, and it compiled well. Okay, so I can use %ls for printing a int star. Why that int star is there? Because I'm printing an address, it will be generally treated as int star. Okay, fine, let us see what we get as an output. So you remember how do we execute the program? To execute the program, we just write /arr example1, taking input for array elements b. So I'm giving first input and hitting enter. Element number 1 of b is stored at, and there is nothing printed. So there is some issue with the printing. I am just giving in second input. So if you see, I am giving second input, this one is printed correctly, the address is not printed. So even if what I have tried using ls, it has not printed it. Okay, so I need your help. You have exactly got my problem. I want to print address of the variable here. Okay, now instead of b, we will actually, so n is a integer, right? So I will use printf, and I will print %d %x comma n comma ampersand n. So address of n. So I'm printing address of n. I'm printing n over here. This is just a fact check. I'm trying to do a fact check whether I can print the address of. So I have to give input 5 inputs until that this program will run. So if you want to actually break the program in between and before the fifth element is given input, if you are using terminal window or terminal program, to terminate a running program or running command, you generally use Control C. Okay, that will break the execution of the program. Now I have to recompile the code. Okay, so it says %x is not working, again the same error. So the error was for format specifier that I have used for printing the address, right? So again it says ls, I'll do ls, and then I again compile it. So I've compiled it and I'll execute it again. So it has printed 5 and then nothing is printed actually. Okay, %ls से वो print नहीं हुआ है. So now what is the reason why the addresses are not printing? Okay, so Shreyash Patil has done Google and he says I should use %pn. Is it %p or %pn? Yeah, %p. Yes, Nani Nandanwar says %p. So I will try %p. Okay, and I will also try %p here. If it works at one place, it will work at second place also. Technically both are nothing but variables. This is currently running. To stop running, I should do Control C. Okay, I go back, I recompile the code,